Hello and welcome everyone to another video of Dongs of Runeterra. This is Imsohumble and I'm bringing you another ranking video here today. We're gonna close up the Bilgewater region and the only thing we have left is champions. So before we go into that, I'm gonna mention some boring stuff. If you like this video, just leave a like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you want to join in with the Dongs of Runeterra, you can join us on Discord. The link would be also down below. You can also join in on my stream on Imsohumble. There is a link to that down below as well. All support is appreciated. We also have Patreon and Twitter. Just make sure to follow that. So we can go to the more important thing. So there is 5 champions here, so it's gonna be easy to do a top 5 list with the champions because that's just how it is. So my criteria here for the champions is just what they do in general, and then how important they have been to the meta, how much they've been played, etc. Like if it's in the top decks or just in general. And as I said before, this is just my opinion. It does not mean anything really, except that this is how I feel, and it's just fun to rank things. So for the 5th place, that was one of the easier ones to do, and I would assume that people will agree with me in general. It is Fizz, and it's not that Fizz is a bad card actually. He's actually quite good and annoying in the decks he features in sometimes. Like he costs 1, he's a 2-1, and when you get elusive you cancel spells, so he's really hard to deal. So just in general, this is a good card. This is a good card. Shun the Waters, good. Okay spell at least. If it's not good, grant an enemy vulnerable and summon Lone Booth. That is a so. And you have the Fizz Playful Trickster. Remove an attacking ally from combat to rally Fizz, shuffle a Fizz into your deck. Also Long Tooth. So there is a lot of things to Fizz that is actually pretty cool. Problem for Fizz is that he's a champion, right? If he wasn't a champion, like if he was like Senna or something like that, he would be great. He would be in most Bilgewater decks because every deck plays spells like Warning Shot, Make It Rain, stuff like that. But now he has to compete with other champions from his region and other regions, and that's when he doesn't have the impact on games that other champions have. He's not carrying in the same. You have to build the deck really around Fizz to make him carry, and that's why I have him in 5th place, because people are obviously choosing other things over Fizz, myself included, even though he's a really pain to face sometimes. For place 4 and 3, I was really arguing with myself because on the 4th spot, I actually put a champion that I think is better than the one I put in the 3rd spot, and it's basically just because he's getting played less in the best decks, and it's Gangplank. He gets the 4th spot. He's 5 and 5 when you summon a Powder Keg. He has Overwhelm, and he levels up if you've done damage in 5 different rounds. He has when I summoned or a round start with a Powder Keg, and he deals 1 to all enemies and the enemy nexus, so that's basically 2. Has the Gangplank Parley, which is an okay spell. It's great for 1. So Gangplank is a carry. That's why you take him, and you level him up by damaging each round. Like he and Sejuani is very similar in the level up. I think might be exactly the same. You damage in 5 different rounds. Yeah, the level up is the same. Then how they trigger the thing later is different, of course. He's a 6 and 6, costs 5 instead of 6, so he can come online earlier than Sejuani. Just to Sejuani is not a Bilgewater, I know that, but just comparison, they are both very similar and how you play the game. And So Gangplank is a carry. I think he's a good card in general. He's not seen a lot of play. Way more now. He's popping up in some decks with Twisted Fate, sometimes with Misfortune before, sometimes with Sejuani, just massive carry Gangplank Sejuani. And even, I think maybe with Swain sometimes. So he's seeing some play right now. If he's the finisher to an aggro deck, or if he's just one of the pieces for a late game deck. So this is a good card you should look at. Powder kegs, or he's using them really well. He has the overwhelm trade. He's a good finisher for 5, and he really clears the board when he's leveled up on people. So he's good, and I personally think that this is a better card than the one that comes on 3rd place, which is Twisted Fate, because he's quite expensive. 4. He's a 2/2, so easy to kill, so easy to kill, and he has to be seen 8 cards drawn to level up. To be fair, his level up is probably one of the most bananas level up in the game. Each round, the first 3 times you play a card, you play a Destiny card. Like, that is insane. The problem is he's so hard to level up, in my opinion, so you cannot really make your gameplay about it, because so many regions can do something about it. And the reason why I put him over Gangplank is because he's played more. And he's featured in one of the best decks in the meta, and has been one of the best for a long time. It's the Ezreal Twisted Fate, and he's a big part of it. Otherwise you would have removed him for like Misfortune or something. And yeah, Twisted Fate is okay when he's not level up. A beast when he's level up. One of the best cards in the game level up. So the potential you get from playing with Twisted Fate is higher than, for example, with Gangplank, which I'm ranking him above. It's just that it's way harder to get there. So you have to be playing super smart with Twisted Fate. You have to know the matchups where he's not your win condition, and you have to, like, when you see that he's getting close to the level up, you have to realize that it is your win condition. Like, it takes a very skilled player to play with Twisted Fate. That's just what I'm gonna say. And yeah, he's not for the guys that just want to push through, just attack all the time and stuff like that. This is a playmaker, and he needs to be played carefully. Let's say that. 4th place, second place, we have Misfortune and Nautilus left, and the second place is going to be Nautilus. For every D player out there that just wanted me to rank Nautilus as the top dog, I can't, just because of the fact that he's only featured in deep. Like all the other things, whether we have ranked deep cards, like, they fall short on just that part, but like, he's the most crucial part in the deep deck. You can't play deep without Nautilus. It's just useless, and it's just a bad deck. He carries that deck super hard. He carries the games when he comes out as well. Like, this form of him is not good for 7. Like, it's not trash, but it's so easily managed. But he has toughness and fearsome, and it becomes 13/13. So he's super easy to level up. You will be deep around 7 or 8 or 6 or 5. So he's fine. You don't have to worry about that like you do with Twisted Fate. And Sea Monster becomes cost 4 less. Like that, you can play like 4 Sea Monsters instead of 1 for the same cost when he's out. He's fearsome. You have to block with bigger units to take him down. And as soon as you're down 13 health or below, your opponent has to be so afraid of Atrocity. Because you always play this one with Shadow Isle, it's just one feature deck. And he just changed the game when he hits the board. The opponent cannot have taken too much damage. Then they have to play around the Atrocity. They have to do so much, and they need to finish quick, because you will spam out Sea Monsters that are better than their guys that cost 2 instead of their, like, you pay 2 for a unit that is better than the unit they pay 5 for, or 6. So That's the beauty of Nautilus. That's why he gets the second place, because he's easy to execute compared to Twisted Fate, even compared to Gangplank as well and Fizz. And he's just a beast when he hit the table, and he changes the game. And he's also been featured in a good, like, the deep deck has been a part of the meta since it arrived, basically. Sometimes it was B+ tier, sometimes it was S tier, and it's gonna pending a little bit around there. But deep is good, Nautilus is good. First place, this is not just because I love her. Misfortune, my favorite card in the game. She has such a good agency on the map when she just hits it. Like, deal 1 to all the blocking enemies and the Nexus. Like, so your 1-on-1 dudes now kills guys that has 2 health when they block. Like, that is so massive. You don't want to, if an Omen Hawk attacks, you don't want to block with your Giant Butcher or a Petty Officer, and like, and if there is like a 1 and 3, the Boom Crew Rookie, for example, you don't want to block that one. You need to do 4 damage, and a 4 damage character with 2 health or something, you can't do that. So Misfortune just clears the way for a lot of things, and that is just when she hits the table. Like, that is unleveled Misfortune. Yes, she has 3 health, so she's quietly easy managed for someone with an Undying Grasp or Culling Strike or stuff like that. But she also costs 3, so you put her down and she dies for Culling Strike. Both wasted 1 spell, 1 card, 3 cost. You probably lose your attacking round, but it's not that rough. Like, there is things that are way rougher in this game than a trade like that. The Love Tap is great, and of course, Bullet Time. See, that is the one. Did 1, 2, 3 battling enemies and enemies. That is her level up, and her level up is insane. Like, she does 1, 2, 3 shots. So now you need a 4 health character to even block a unit. And by this time, yes, she's very hard to level up. At some instances, because she's also easy to get killed, just like Twisted Fate. You have scouts that help you, so you can go twice in a round to help her level up. And the reason why this one, she's almost as good as Twisted Fate when she's leveled up, because you basically end games with her. Like, 3 to everything, wipe the board, and 3 to the Nexus. And if you have scouts, you do that twice in a round. Like, that is just bananas. And if you block her, you can suicide her the last round to do the 4 damage because it's overwhelmed. Like, there is so much you can do with her. She's been part of the meta. She's been tried out everywhere in scout stacks with Quinn. I've seen her played with Lucian. She's played with Sejuani in a couple different iterations. People have tried it with Twisted Fate. Misfortune is just a great card, and you will see me try playing Misfortune every time it's possible. Because she just puts so much pressure on the board, and if you can get her buffed with an Omen Hawk, like she's a 4/4, then we're talking, guys. Then we're really talking. So that's about it for this video, and really appreciate it for you who have watched this one. Leave a link, not a link, comment in the comment section if you think the ranking is wrong in any way. So we can argue, and leave an argument also for it. Like, I would love to hear your argument why Fizz is the best character, or maybe not the worst, something like that. So thanks for watching. Make sure to tune in on our Discord, and see you soon. Dong is out.